Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna explore Nikon Z6 III Dual Native ISO or Dual Base ISO. Most high-tech cameras like Canon, Sony, and Fujifilm also offer this feature. Dual Base ISO or Dual Native ISO means that the camera has two ISO settings that deliver image quality with no artificial or digital noise. The two native ISOs in Nikon Z6 III are ISO 800 that has a low gain of 2 dB and ISO 6400 with high gain of 12 dB. And these ISOs kick in when you're recording in log. ISO 800 is ideal for bright scenes and daylight, and on the other hand, ISO 6400 is good for low light and night scenes. Although dual base ISOs are designed for video, but photographers also can take advantage of this feature and take clean and sharp images even at higher ISOs. Let's take a couple of shots and observe and take a closer look at the noise level. I have a correctly exposed photo over here. I'm gonna underexpose it by 7 stops. So this is 1 stop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take a photo. And now I'm gonna increase the exposure for next shot. I'm gonna go with 125 ISO. Take a photo. 160, 200, 250, 320, 400, 500, 640, 800, 1000, 1250, 1600, 2000, 2500, 3200, 4000, 5000, 6400, 8000, 10,000, and 12,800. This is the 7 stops from ISO 100. So you see on the right that we have the correct exposure. Now I'm gonna take these photos to Lightroom and increase the exposure for the underexposed shots, and then take all of them to Photoshop for further processing. Now we have the shots in Lightroom. Let's start with the first frame. This is ISO 100 and it's underexposed by 7 stops. So we have to set the exposure and compensate for 7 stops. You cannot add more than 5 stops. So what we have to do, I'm gonna go to mask. We can add 2 stops. For the second one, we're gonna compensate the exposure for 6.66 stops. So add 5 stops over here, then go to the mask, brush, and go for 1.66. And third one is going to be 6.3 stops. So 5 stops. And 1.3. So I'm gonna stop the video over here, and I'll come back when I'm done with it. We are done with the compensation for the underexposed frames. Now what we have to do, we're gonna send all of these frames, all of these shots, to Photoshop as layers. We are done with the downloading of the files into Photoshop at ISO 100, magnification 200%. There's a lot of noise over here. So we're going to change to 125, 160, 200, 250, and you notice that the amount of noise does not increase when we go to a higher ISO. And when we get to ISO 800, you can see that it's a significant drop of noise. And this image is much cleaner than the one shot at ISO 100. So we can say that ISO 800 is the dual base ISO of Nikon Z6 III. At ISO 800, the camera delivers optimal dynamic range and minimal noise, making it ideal for well-lit environment or when shooting landscape, portrait, and studio work. And there is another dual base ISO. It's 6400. These dual base ISOs were designed for videography, but even the photographers can enjoy the benefits of these dual base ISOs. So let's go to ISO 1000. $1250, 1600, 2000, 2500, 3200, 4000, 5000, 6400, 10,000, and 12,800. Now we can see that changing to higher ISO doesn't produce any more noise, because the noise has got nothing to do with ISO. It's a signal to noise ratio that creates noise. It means that if you don't properly expose your image and your image is underexposed and there is not enough light hitting your sensor, you're going to get the noise. And ISO has got nothing to do with it. To check the digital noise curve for your camera, go to this website, Photons to Photos.net, scroll down and click on Read Noise in DN's chart. Find your camera. I'm gonna find Nikon Z6 III and click on it. Here is the DN curve, digital number curve. The curve starts with ISO 100 and goes to 636 or ISO 640, and as soon as you switch to 800, there's a drop in the curve, and that's the evidence of the dual conversion gain. You can see that the read noise for log is 3.39, and for the read noise digital number is 10.483 at ISO 640. And as soon as you get to ISO 800, the read noise log is 1.6 and read noise 3.031. So there's a drop over here, and from here the ISO goes all the way to the last native ISO of Nikon Z6 III, which is 25,600. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you found it useful. If so, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you have any question, just leave it in the comments. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. As usual, take good care of yourself, keep shooting, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.